I got my man MIA up in the building. Let me tell you something, man. Like one of the biggest lessons I had to learn in concerns of like staying overseas full time was to, I ain't gonna say stop hanging out with the weekend warriors, but stop budgeting my lifestyle like a weekend warrior.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I had to figure out like, okay, I'm not on vacation no more here. You know,
Right.
you get the $300-400 weekends is you know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, that adds up.
You know?
And the thing is, it's like, you might look at it like, oh, it's so much cheaper than the States. Like, I'm only spending $100 or $40, $50.
Right.
But like you say, you do it damn near daily on the weekend sometimes.
Right.
Was that one of the lessons you had to learn to kind of adjust your finances a little bit?
First night, man, I keep in mind, my first time ever going to Colombia was my first country I ever went to. My passport was stampless. Until I got to Colombia. So my first night, obviously I'm antsy. I want to get out, and you know what I typed on my phone was a hip hop club, and I didn't know nothing about Parquieres. I didn't know nothing about El Poblado. Now, like I said, I watched a lot of YouTubers, but I forgot about some of those names of the destinations. So it happened to pull up Gusto's. So Gusto's, man, I ended up getting there. Found the taxi that took me there, and I met some cats from New York. And the Gusto's, you got to pay to get in, like 50 mil. So I'm talking to them while we're in line waiting to pay, and you know, I'm solo dolo, and they like 4 deep. They like, we about to get a table and all that good stuff. So I'm like, shit, y'all mind if I join, man? I'll throw my half in or whatever. So I get there, not really doing any research on pricing the bottles and whatever else to come. And we had a damn good time. We had a nice section. Obviously, I didn't know. Now I know, but it's working women. 99.9% of the women there are working women. Right. And they'll come talk to you and all that good stuff. And they're ordering 1942, 2 of those, and some Reposado Don Julio, and buckets of Red Bull and beers. And I'm still not thinking nothing of it. We about 4, 5 deep, including me. I'm thinking, all right, I ain't gonna spend no more than probably about $150. Right. Which I'm thinking still kind of high for Medellin. But anyways, the bill come, man, and you know, they weren't running no game on me. Showed me the tab. My half was $500. I never forget, $500, almost $600. Woo! Yeah, they be first stinging. Night. They be stinging. I'm like, I didn't cut them to my budget already kind of steep. My first day here. So it was at that point I learned I can't hang with guys that's in town for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, so that was it didn't take me long to learn my lesson at all. Like you said, I'll still hang with them and give them pointers. When it come down to what they want to do, yon, because I know it's vital for me to stick to my budget. You create a budget to stick to it. I've met guys in town for a short stay that burnt out first night that I didn't have to, but I know how I can get if you ain't got money to pay for certain stuff. So I was able to come out my pocket and, you know, shoot them 100 or whatever like that, just to kind of keep the peace around the place. But, you know, you'll learn quick, man, that you can't spend like the guys that's only in town for that 3-day venture. You know, you have a property in Colombia. Take us a little bit through, you know, you can sum it up quickly, but like the process, was it difficult? Was it, you know, I'll give you an example. Is it more complicated than getting a property in the States? No. Once you have all the pieces to the puzzle, it's a very long process, but you're very hands-off. It's crazy, and people may not believe me, but first of all, me and my brother went half on our property that we do have. It's a brand new unit that's completely built. It's completely renovated on the inside. It's pretty much ready to go ahead and be rented now. But it was an impulse buy. I got a driver in Medellin. He's like a brother to me. I've known him ever since my first trip there, so about 3 years now. Shout out to the Paises. And shout out to the Paises, man. And shout out to Diego, by the way. But it was a Facebook post. And normally, you know, you don't look at Facebook posts and take them serious because there's a lot of scamming action going on in these countries, especially Colombia. But I was a little bit more comfortable knowing that I know him. And guess what, you know, he can take me to the place. We can ask all the questions you need. And so we went to take a look. And then I got another buddy of mine from Boston that has a spot there who went through the process, which makes it easier for someone like me to go through the process because, you know, he can kind of give me the blueprint without me trying to figure it out or hope that I'm connecting with someone I can trust. So he was able to put me on to some attorneys. I highly recommend getting an attorney. any one of these countries when trying to get a spot, because places like Colombia, say if I tried to do it without one, and the person trying to send me the unit, we made the deal, and it comes to find out that he was in the drug game or had some type of criminal history. Well, Colombia finds that out. I heard that they can just snatch my property up and not give me a dime of it back. I'm just money gone, property gone. So once I had my attorneys in place, had Diego obviously translating for me anything that I needed, it was smooth sailing. It took about, I say, to finalize everything, it took about a good 3 months or so.
And would you say that, you know, you don't have to give an exact price on what you paid, but would you say it was like a reasonable price?
I wouldn't say, I mean, you know, I'm gonna give you the price like you said, but I will tell you this, I was able to negotiate like a master negotiator. We talked them down close to $50,000. We was able to talk them down in US money. I don't know what that equates to in pesos, but we was able to talk them down quite a bit. Now, I ain't gonna say I talked it down so much, but because it was so low, I wasn't able to apply for the investor's visa. You have to spend a certain dollar amount on your property to apply for the visa. And there's other visas I can get, but we got a damn good deal for some brand new property. So I will say that I'm not complaining at all for what we paid for it.
Because I know a lot of cats in Colombia that they generally never left Colombia. If they did, they came right back. Why did you decide to kind of move around a bit, even after you purchased the property there?
Because my initial goal when I first started traveling was to start travel vlogging. It was never, hey, let me just come to Colombia, get a visa and stay in Colombia till I grow old. I always knew I wanted to see the world. And like I said, once I got to Colombia and saw the love that I got, I knew it was more love out there. And you know, I felt my peace like I've never been able to find it when I initially traveled to Colombia. So like I said, I watched a lot of YouTubers and I see a lot of things that I want to see, not just on TV through them. I want to see it for myself. And like I said, my finances are together. I'm able to do it. I'm blessed to do it, fortunate to be able to see it. So Colombia was the starting point, but I'm 35, maybe 36 countries in now in 3 years, and I'm not stopping anytime soon.
Okay, so wow, 36 countries in. That is amazing, man.
Yeah.
So have you had any like out of world crazy dating experiences, like a crazy date or something? You know, I'll give you an example. I think one of the most craziest ones that I had was, I'm trying to think, I've had a couple.
I got a lot.
I think Medellin,
yeah.
No, matter of fact, like my girlfriend, ex-girlfriend in Barranquilla.
Okay.
Like the first time we actually met, because we talked on the phone and chopped it up.
Right.
You know, online for like 7 months first. Mm-hmm. And the first like 3 hours, she's trying to get me to meet the whole entire family. I'm just like, well, damn, I just got here. Like, let me, you know what I'm saying? And then I go there to meet basically her aunt and her, I guess it'd be like her cousin or something, right? Uh-huh. And her aunt just happens to be this Barranquilla model and everything. Damn. Like super, super fine. She's been in a couple videos. She's like changing in front of me. We in her bedroom, and she just whole frontal out, and I'm sitting here like, I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? And my girlfriend have to leave the room. I'm just like, and I'll show you the chick in a second.
Okay.
But yeah, that was probably one of my craziest experiences. But you had any crazy experiences?
Oh, I mean, that was I would consider that a good crazy. I've had some bad crazy ones.
Yeah, that's kind of a good crazy.
One that just comes to mind, I'm with a chick that I met some time ago, and I was back in town, and our schedules kind of, you know, complemented each other, so we was able to go out, and it went well. Mm-hmm. We went out to, matter of fact, I remember the place, Margaritas. If you're ever in Medellin, check out Margaritas, man. They got some excellent food and good drinks, great price. Perfect date night. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of places for the chick to take pictures and selfies and all that good stuff. Anyways, after the date, I asked her if she want to, you know, go to a bar, maybe have another drink somewhere else in Laureles. Because I like to go to Medellin Sports Bar and watch games and all that, because I know that's one of the places that I run into a lot of expats, and they got the games playing. So we go there, and we're having a good time, man. The night's still going steady. And I don't know if some liquor hit her or what, but I met up with a guy that I know, and he was telling me what he was about to do. You know, I asked, hey, what you got up for the rest of the night? He said, I think I'm gonna check out La Isla. I said, cool. So it was a complete misunderstanding from what she interpreted from what I said. But I told her, I said, yeah, baby, my boy said he's about to go to La Isla. And she took it as if I wanted to see if she wanted to go to La Isla. And she just snapped on everybody. She snapped on, and she spoke English, so we heard her loud and clear. But I never heard from her again. She got her Uber and just left over me just saying, hey, he's about to go to La Isla. So, I mean, there's so many other crazy ones. That's the first one that kind of comes to my mind. But yours kind of put the cherry on top right there. That's a good craze. Yeah,
that was like the second day in Colombia too. I was like, is this how they get down in Colombia?
Yeah, every once in a while you run into some shit like that, man. But,
man. All right, bro. Appreciate you coming on. Man.